There's a miracle in this room. There's a miracle in this room with my name on it. There's a healing in this room, and it's here for you. Oh, there's a breakthrough in this room. It's got my name on it. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I'm gonna put a praise on it. Somebody put a praise on it. There's a miracle in this room. When touch my name on it. You want to put your name in the atmosphere. Come on. There's a healing in this room. There's healing. There's a breakthrough in this room. And it's got my name on it. So I'm gonna put a prize on it. Somebody put a prize on it. Prize on it. Somebody put a prize on it. Let's go. I dare somebody to release some praise in this room. I declare that wherever you are, miracles are breaking off in your house. You are declare there's a miracle in this room. And it's still not really moving. Let's go. There's a miracle in this room. With my name on. There's a healing. There's a healing in this room. And it's here for. Say there's a breakthrough in this room. There's a breakthrough in this room. With my name on. So what you gonna do? So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I'm gonna put a praise on it. Y'all got it. There's a miracle in this room. There's a miracle in this room. With my name on it. Say there's a healing in this room. There's a healing in this room. And it's here for you. There's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough in this room. With my name on it. So what's the problem? So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I'm gonna put a praise on it. So I'm gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. Somebody else just move and say, I'm gonna put a praise. I'm gonna put a praise on it. Say it again. So I'm gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. Dancers say, I'm gonna put a praise. I'm gonna put a praise on it. Lift your hands wide and say, gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I'm gonna put a praise. I'm gonna put a praise on it. So I'm gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. What a praise is it? I'm gonna put a praise. I'm gonna put a praise on it. I need the dancers to break out. So I'm gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it. I'm gonna put a praise. I'm gonna put a praise on it. Look at your neighbor like this. So I'm gonna put a praise. So I'm gonna put a praise on it.
Welcome to church. If you did not know, at Restoration Station, we have church. Yes, we do. Check our calendar. Usually it is the second and the fourth Sunday. We are live. I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube at Restoration Station DC. And we are having church. We are here putting a praise on our life. Because despite what the world may be speaking about your life and existence, it is worth putting a praise on. You are needed. You are necessary. You are worthy in this world just as you are. You are planted by God and those that contributed to your creation to be you in your lifetime. And so I rise in this place to put a praise on my life, thinking as I know it, my God, my creators, my collective of fan faves, likes and loves, and even those souls I have yet to meet, that are throwing in good and light and hope for my better, for me. And so I rise to put a praise on my life and on your life and on the life of all those who are putting a praise on my life and their life this day, each and every day. I don't care what's going on in the world. Your life is worth putting a praise on because you are your life to live, and you have been set for a reason and a purpose. And it's not just to suffer and toil while others moan and groan and inflict pain and amass profit and power. Your existence is to know peace in your life, to know the creative abundance that is you, and the tools and gifts that you have to create a meaningful life and world. You hear that? This world didn't give it, and they can't take it away. And so we rise here at Welcome Church to affirm that, to put a praise on our life. We praise, we pray, we worship, and we dance. So I invite you in today. Join us here, as we'll be every second and fourth Sunday, and the other Sundays as we decide to take a moment, an hour power, to just put a praise on that which is beyond us, our body, our mind, the junk that's moving in the world that somehow makes us resilient to the stains and stings of our fleshly existence. So join me in a moment of praise and worship for this hour of power here at Welcome Church. Every second and fourth Sunday here at Reverend Station DC on Instagram and YouTube. If you have to be in Northeast DC, pop in and share a moment of praise in person with me.
Just go ask Daniel, or God will bring you out and he will testify. He shuts the lion's mouth. Go ask those Hebrew boys if he'll sit by your side. They will identify the fourth man in the fire. They'll tell you, he's in the room.
Have you ever been in a situation and you did not know how you were going to get out of that situation? And my goodness, money came in the room. A new doctor with a new diagnosis came in the room. Love and the formation of family, friends came in the room. That's what this thing is. I know to be God and faith. That the invitation for me came in the formation and the knowledge of that Christ restored existence in our life and world. That there is something that I can call upon when there is just darkness in the room. And I need light to shine a path. There must be something I can call upon outside of this body, this mind, and this matter. He's in the room. He's in the room. He's in the room. He's in the room. In my work as a coach and a counselor and advisor, very often we're seeking to figure out how we can invite goodness and faith into the room. We're seeking external from ourselves. But I'm going to tell you, get still and get quiet, and you and only you can invite him, them, that which is for you in your language into the room that will bring you peace. And when you invite him in, he will come into the room if you allow yourself to acknowledge it, to be still with it. Very often we have to run back into the world. Work, family, and things when we get to a place of peace and understanding within ourselves. So that's why we gather here at Welcome Church as a reminder. ancestors are in the room, when you know there's love in the room, you can just glide on through. No matter what daggers the world is throwing, no matter what they done said about you, when he, that which is love, is in the room and in the room as you, through you, you can move through. They can say what they want to say and call you what they want to call you. You know you are true. So you can show up in the room. And as a good buddy of mine says, saying 10 toes up. As I like it. He said 10 toes down, I said 10 toes up. That you are beautifully, purposely, wonderfully made and have been placed by God and all that which is to be in the room of life. I don't care what the world is saying. He's in the room. 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 Jesus is in the room. He's 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 in the room. Lisa. He's in the room. And either you know or you don't know in your life. When you rise up every day, that's the Jesus resurrection moment. You have risen up into the room of your life. Take your place, take your power, and step out and declare that what you are and shall have. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Remember your mama, your grandmama, your daddy, or your granddaddy, or your uncle, or whomever will come and say, get up. It's time to get up and go to school, get up and go to work, get up and eat, get up and take a bath. Get up, 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 get up. We got to get back up in our life. Because if we don't, the life that we knew will be consumed. And knowing that Jesus and God and the collective of ancestors and love is in the room with me helps me get up. So if anybody's out there struggling with getting up, this is why I rise and welcome to remind us that have a foundation in faith that helps us rise into ourselves. It's okay. I don't care what that old confused pastor said. I don't care what them old confused church people said about you. God loves you. The power of life is within you. Therefore, you deserve to be in the room of life as you are, loving as you are, loving who you love as you are.
2012.
Because there's enough darkness within us by ourselves. We don't need to be consumed by the darkness in the world also.
And I would go home for days in the dark, under the covers with the curtains closed. I was plagued by depression and rejection. And the main thing the enemy would try to tell me is that I was alone. He would say, yeah, you do all of that.
Know this story.
And if you were to die today, they would find another Tasha.
They prop you up with a broom and keep on.
Let me tell you something. This was the testimony. I remember being in that dark room. I remember the curtains closed. It was so dark that my roommate, who was my cousin at the time, she came and she told me, Tasha, I can't take it. I got to move out. She left and went to one of our family members' house. Dark place. I was in that dark room crying in my bed.
How many know this story?
And the Lord
somewhere, something
came to me
from outside of you that wasn't you. Because you sorrowful. You taken already. Something came in the room.
Never alone.
And the embodiment of a person, a thought, a feeling. And you got it.
For one thing, he said, you've been calling it the wrong thing. You're walking around saying you're depressed. This is rejection.
Life is sending
depression is a branch off of the root of rejection.
To so many of us right now.
So you've been cutting off branches, but tonight you're going to get to the root.
Not received by life and living. Well, that's a lie.
He said, this is what I say every single day. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and you say,
therefore, God, life, that which creates life has received you
I received the spirit of adoption.
Yes.
And
so
every single day I walk
every
in my deliverance.
To receive the spirit, the life, the invitation of adoption, because we arrive into our life to live. And so, don't worry about them propping you up in the room and keep on moving. I said, I'm going to take that room and I'm going to sweep that room clean. And when I done swept that room clean, I'm going to sweep all that trash out the door of my life. And then I'm going to knock that door open. And me in that room, going to walk on out and keep on sweeping a clean life forward. And when you know that there is and is outside of this outside of this mind thing, you know you are never alone. So I also rise in the room church to remind anybody that's out there today feeling alone. You are never alone. Never alone. There is a light, there is a lantern, there is a path and a way set. Sometimes we've ended up in the wrong places, at the wrong times with the wrong people, or just the right people that were placed but had the wrong spirit. And we have to open ourselves up to finding the right place, the right people at the right time, and allow that which is good within us to extend a new invitation into life. Particularly those of us who've had bad church experiences, been told that you shouldn't be in the room of life because that's the way you are. Well, I want you to try your faith again if you know faith works for you. If you know spirit works for you, because you're in the room for a reason and a purpose. And that reason and the purpose is for your life to be a cry out. The reason why some don't like our expression in life is because our expression is a cry out. All that we have been put into us to express in the world is a celebration of that which is beyond us. And those that would like to control us and that which is in the world don't want all that expression. So you have to tap into this place of confidence and stillness. That cry out of expression in you is your voice that the Lord wants to see and feel and heard echo in this world. Because when we cry out that which is beyond us, that I know to be God, the collective of our ancestors and love and saints and all that energy around us, because energy is neither created nor destroyed. So we can use the energy that has been seeded into our life for our good, or we can allow others to use it to bring us pain and trauma. So cry out through the expression of love and life. Cry out through the expression of who you are, particularly in these moments when you may be told it's this way or that way that you should not be here. Well, you don't have to fight with the devil. You just have to be. Don't fight with the devil. Just show up and be. And the dear Lord and the circle of goodness around you that have created you and supported you will answer.
Your glory is shown. We know that you hear us.
Do not be afraid to cry out. And a lot of people get into a posture of fear around crying out, around what they need, who they are, and affirming harms being done to them, or exploitations, oppressions, disrespects. Now is not the time, children. We must cry out. We must elevate into our voices and beg and say, well, you may not recognize who and that which I am, so I'm just going to be. And you will come into knowing, and they will come to know and see.
Make our request.
And you cry out by expressing, by being, by showing up in your life, not disappearing in your life. You walk with confidence and safety. Not giving the spirit of fear, but the power of love and what the sound mind. We know love is the power that will diffuse all chaos and confusion. And when we know we have lived through and been resilient enough to move through pain and trauma, we know we have a sound mind. We have to get ourselves back into a place of right usage of our mind, our body, our being, so that we can actually trust our sound mind. That they will always answer by fire against that which is seeking and harm and the future of our lives, our families, and our community. We are not here for warfare and toys. We are here to create the light of God as manifestations of God's goodness and His grace. You know that about yourself. Then get to your creative battle station and begin to figure out what is supposed to create in your life in this world at this time that's going to help deliver you and deliver others. How are you supposed to show up as light and goodness and strength for another, while the others are throwing daggers of harm, emotion, and pain?
The righteous
And structural restructuring
the righteous
to attack one's mind and spirit. So we know that's what's going on. And those of us who know better must cry out and affirm it to our brothers and sisters that God and the righteous will deliver. If we see another in turmoil, we must go to another and affirm that brother and sister. If there's another man found, you have to be dependent on that system. That you have something that you have to sustain us and your supply. And I know that you present, let utilize that gift and those services to help sustain you as we sustain one another. In this moment, that which seems as a challenge, God can turn that thing around to God in us as a gift. If we would get still and quiet to recognize the resiliency of ourselves and the gift that we are, and the talents and the abilities that we have to overcome. And not only overcome, but to influence correction. Because there are things in our world and systems that must be corrected. But we have to be willing to stand up and show us that our own lives are living. So those things will be corrected within us, and those things also outside of us. And so when we dare show up and express and cry out, those things that need to be corrected can be corrected and we can be delivered. But if we don't dare show up and cry out, those things that need to be corrected will never be corrected and we will never be A lot of folks are crying out in pain and agony, and we must hear that. But we must also cry out an accountability and correction of ourselves and others if we are to change the dynamics of our lived experience. It is never acceptable for the murdering and killing of another, and particularly under the auspices that murdering and killing is happening across so many communities. We have to begin to cry out about that within our own community, just as firmly as we're crying out against the systematic and institutional oppressions happening in this institutional world against our community. And that must begin by affirming the life within us first. We must first see the value of our own life so that we can know that it's worthy of a cry out into the world that someone else may value and respect our life and another's life and another's life. If we don't do it within ourselves, then the institutions, the systems, and the individuals that are mirroring life back ain't gonna do it either. So we also rise and welcome church so that we can elevate the peaceful recognition that our life is worth living. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what the trauma and pain has been. If you find yourself with the breath, then that means you have value and purpose. And there's something that you are here to deposit attention into this world. Someone is calling for your show up in life. And if we can stand 10 toes up on that, then we can be affirmed and move beyond the trauma and pain and begin to create a new way of being for ourselves, even when those that are throwing pain and trauma. We can see new pathways to sustain, right? New jobs, new income streams. And we can see who is aligned with our life and who isn't, and keep moving on through. Because the God in us, through us, as us, will always deliver us. In us, through us, as us. God is not external from us. We know God in us, through us, as us. So we must be able to see God in ourselves and God in each other in order for the powerful magic of love, the circle of life, and the fabric of family and community to work together for our good. It is possible. It always has been. But we are the key to our own liberation. And that we must first tap into the love for ourselves within us and then mirror that back out to another so that then that love and that life as God in us, with us, for us, through us can deliver us. God in us, through us, as us, for us. That's the power of God. That's the power of that shout out. Faith is a beautiful thing when used in love and intention. And that's how you know if you're seated in the right place, if you're listening to the right ear, if you're getting conviction and correction without love and without a pointing towards the love and light that is within you, that you telling you what you should do next, then that's not the right fertile ground for you to get spiritual faith-based inspiration from. Because no matter what you experience, no matter who you are, like the kind you are blessed.
Since I was wasting night, all the Lord's command, He set the information and cast thy enemies away. You standing up within me, so let me hear you say, we're blessed in the city, we're blessed in the field, we're blessed when we come, when we go. We
have the power to not only do that from a faith-based spiritual place within us, we have the power as a collective of light and love and faith to do that in the manifested light of the world. We have to stop separating the wholeness of who we are with our manifested existence. That's how we get into moments where there's spirits swirling and daggers being thrown by. Because we have not affirmed and collected the power and might that we are and have. And so when we dare stand and collect and show up at those key moments in time, these systems that we chose to live under have decided to be selected and selected. We dare not show up, we show up confused because we are warring against another in heart and mind because their expression or their path to freedom, we lose every time. And so we remain blessed. We stay in the light of love in the sight of a brother and another. It's very simple with the scripture for those who follow the biblical, right, text of how we are to treat another brother. But somehow we seek these excuses and justifications for not having to treat another brother under those basic tenets of Christianity, of sustainment of life. If it is okay to treat another brother for any reason in a harmful way, then you have given the justification for you to be treated in a harmful way. There is no undoing of that in the mechanics of life, energy, and spirit. I don't care who tries to challenge. I don't need a challenge on that. It is. And so if we are to move as a collective beyond where we are, we have to start acknowledging the harm and correct the harm first. We're doing on ourselves. Let go of trauma of the past. You are not what they said, just what you are. You are not just what you've been through. You are blessed because you are here with breath and with life, and therefore have capability and possibility to do and to create. And so we got to stand 10 toes up on that and know every day to step out in the affirmative that we are blessed because we are here with the possibility of creating a new and a new and a new. And the only way you can create it is what? Through you. The blessed ones. Everybody say blessed. You gotta stand up and affirm that you are blessed. I don't care how much money is negative in the bank. I don't care what bill collectors are calling. I don't care how many sick in the hospital. Look at yourself and design yourself with breath and faculty. And you got a job. And you got a possibility to figure something out. Look at yourself, leverage that up and say, I am blessed. And tell the blessings that you have, show me more blessings. Figure out, tell your job, how you get more income. Family, I need more love. I need partner, I need more support. Because these are blessings that are seeds of blessings in our life that we sometimes don't realize we need to flourish because we're looking for an external blessing. So the other thing, you want to exponentially up your blessings in life. Look around you and recognize where your blessings are coming from. Within your family, within your colleagues, within your community, your friends, and acknowledge those blessings. Because late in the midnight hour, that's where the turnaround is going to come from. And we got to water those fertile grounds around us in our flower pot so that it can spring forward anew. And around, and around, That's why you also got to give it a rest. You got to prayer and meditation. You got to move that stuff off your mind. You got to let it go to another place. It's late in the midnight hour. The you that is the God that's in you is working on your behalf, figuring out where that solution is coming through. Because God said, I'm going to stand up 10 toes up for you. Right? And then y'all know about that midnight hour. If you don't understand, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't call me about it. Don't worry about it. If you understand about that midnight hour, then you understand. as many times as needed will turn it around. And there's those of us that know that these principles are true in our life. We've gotten so disconnected. We're just moving in the world of cats like Jeffrey Side. That sound good. You so churchy. All right. If that's your response, fine. I hope you enjoy the show. Laugh at me or not. But if you know that you are a person of faith and these spiritual principles have worked for you in your life before, it's just an inspirational reminder that,
it's not over. It's not finished. It's not ending. It's only the beginning. God is in there. All things are. All things are. Those stars just before dawn might be the past season you
for many right now, this is the hardest season of life that we have experienced. Let me tell you this.
Closer than you want. Closer than you've been before.
There's a big hand of God above the faith. Winding himself up. It's like he was kids and all
It's not
time life. And you just started to yourself like, just come into the room. We're all with an adult coming to the room with these kids and everything breaking out. You now you tired. Like I'm tired. All right, I'm tired. And you hoping, what I hear the adult at the top of the step? Hoping that somebody, a big mama, a big daddy is at the top of the step, winding up that big belt or that big hand. It's darkest before dawn. But that big hand of love and life, when we cry out, makes the turnaround possible. But if we sit in silence and in a place of fear and laugh, that cry out can find us in life and our soul. So you gotta hold on to your hope because that's how it can find you. The magnetics of the power of the energetics of life is you have to extend that hope, that possibility, and then the answer will find you. But if we sit in fear, if we sit in confusion and chaos, the confusion and chaos that is roaming and seeking about to devour will find you. So we have to apply these things. Get out the church. Get out this church mindset. They fight over garbage and get in life. And brothers and sisters, get back to the spiritual principles that we don't work for us. To sustain us in these moments of chaos and confusion. That confusion is seeking to devour. And you can only respond to that with love and confidence. And you can only arrive at that if you got to be planted in love. And then look around and know what loves you true. Don't worry about what don't or what was iffy or that. What is. And that's when you get to see and be and grow. And I'm going to tell you, for me, in my house, that which is mine, this your answer if you wanted anything about me. In my house, that which is mine. That's the answer for me in my house. That which I stand on a thing or a thing. I don't know who you are, what you look like, what you act like, how you live, how you dress, what you do, what you call yourself. God life and enjoy this thing called life. It's not over. There's a lot of folks that don't want you to step out and enjoy life. But if God told you to step out and enjoy life, thus your arrival into life, you better know it's not over. Just show up and look at it like, I ride today. Because listen up, because be still and know, be still and know, be still and know, be still and know. That's that be still and know. Can't be afraid to be still and know. We're so afraid to be still in this world. That's when your answers, your power gonna come. Be still and know. Be still and know. It's not over.
Lord, do it for me. Oh Lord, do it for me. Oh Lord, if you
There's a lot of us out right now that's got a lot that they think we need done. A lot going on in the world. It's like, Lord, do something. You know, there's some things that a lot of things people are waiting on, hoping on, worried about.
Sometimes I get desperate and I say like this, I say, Lord,
So it's okay to get that cry out.
Fix
say,
it.
Lord, fix it.
Anybody know that only God can do it?
And sometimes that's the only way. Others might know that, oh God, should I show up? Is there a way I can pour into them? If we have cried out. And I know there's a lot of folks sitting silent, alone, not knowing whether anybody even get it. I'm here to tell you today, the Lord cares, I care, your ancestors care. Don't be afraid to cry out.
Can y'all play that for me?
When you need help. You need something.
Lord, do it for me. Lord, I need you to do it right now.
There's a lot.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
You need
Do
fix.
it for me. Lord, if you don't do it, it just won't be done.
If we don't appeal to the Lord, the higher of ourselves, it ain't gonna get done. What is the Lord? Oh, the Lord. The higher of ourselves.
Listen.
Right? If we don't appeal to that which is in ourselves that can see another, the humanity in another, despite that they may be another,
Anybody know God
these things can't get fixed. We have to appeal to the higher of the Lord within ourselves, amongst ourselves, the higher of ourselves, so that we can see another as a human, as a brother, as a sister, and come together to allow these problems to be solved. Because we are our problem just as our people, and that's our solution. But we have to appeal to one another, the Lord in each of us, that we might see each other different, that we might do something different for one another, with one another, as we walk alongside this thing called life with each other. Because I don't know if you know, as you step out in this world, we doing this thing called life together, whether we want to or not. I don't care how you look, where you're from. We in this thing called life together. So we got to find a way to have faith and trust that I can do it for you and you can do it for me. We're going to do it for each other and we can both walk together free.
Come on, just wave your hands. If you need God to do something,
something other than what has been has to come into the room to do it, or it won't be done. Because otherwise, it would have occurred. So we have to invite something other than what has been into our minds, into our hearts. That's how forgiveness manifests. That's how new opportunity is created. Then that faith and spirit plan, we got to do it there in the field. Lord, the higher up me, the God that you doing for me. Help me. Move me beyond where I am, so that I may see and know you in life other than different than what it has been and what it is now. This is how I interpret this song, the meaning of this word, the invitation. Come in, do it. That power that's beyond us, that is love. The invitation for you to come into the space of our life and show us something new and different for us. It's okay. So many of us have been beat down, rigid, we can't even get to that place anymore. We can make that appeal within ourselves, and therefore nothing in our life changes. That's the invitation. That's how we're always understood multiple. One about the church, and really one about Jesus. Jesus is gone out. This is about the invitation that you can step forward into your need. And through the pathway that Jesus paved, and that framework of existence and faith, that you can let go of the trauma of the past and say, okay, I have an invitation to say I'm new to that. It's not only when somebody else bestows it upon me, a birthday to, mom and daddy, but today I can declare I am joyful about the life that I am living. So therefore I'm going to declare myself reborn, saved, and salvation. That's what I always understood that practice in church, all the call of salvation. And you can declare that upon yourself any breath at any moment. I do it breath. That I am renewed, I am saved, I am found. That I am joyful because my life, despite the world is telling me, is worthy of being. And so therefore, I am moving with joy. Expecting of a blessing. God is confusing chaos and get you to a place where you're not expecting a blessing. But maybe they moving money and it's your money. So you got to knock that confusion and that chaos out of your book, spirit and mind, electorally. Show up. And you got to claim your blessing. That's the only way to go. That's why we show up with welcome church. For a fun and put a joyful praise on our life. Hey. Right.
Said I couldn't change that. That's another life.
That would change. That won't change. That man ain't gonna never change. You ain't gonna never get a better job. You stuck like us. We all in this situation. But you believe something other for yourself and found yourself in another and better forward situation. Or if you did it once, you do it again. That's that altar call of salvation. Within you, as you. If you never step into another church, you never had another person of God and faith speaking to you, you got it within you. You have done that. The resilience of God and life within you as you do it over and over and over and over again. I want you to tap into that joy.
But situations can make them much brighter. Yeah. If your spirit's way down, he can make them much lighter. Yeah. You just taking off, you can go higher. Now let the joyful water fill your eyes up. Lately, I've had a hard time and since I've been I just wanna make sure I'm sharp when I make that hard time through. When the message comes, I'm living. When we do it again, they won't understand the hard time through.
Joy is the response to confusion, fear, and doubt. Talk that back. Hold up. Joy. Talk that back. In the midnight hour, when the blessings come through.
When the blessings come through. When the blessings come through. When the blessings come through. Joy, this joy, joy, working in the world. Joy, take it away. I got it. Joy, I got it. I got it. Joy, my walker. Joy, my talker. Joy, my walker. Joy, my talker. Joy, Lord, you're so joy. When the Lord talks, joy, it's not the Lord talks, joy. You know it's joy. You want it, you can have it. Joy, you want it, you can have it. Joy, joy. When the blessings come through. 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 Joy, joy. Joy. Thank you, God.
Thank God for your joy. You have to be
Peace.
You have to be the guardian of your joy. Peace in this world.
Joy.
Woo! Thank you for joining me here for Welcome Church. We pray, we praise, we worship, and we dance. We gather here every second and fourth Sunday on Instagram at Restoration Station DC and on our YouTube. As a reminder that I don't care what is going on in the world, your life is worth putting a praise on it. And if faith and spirit practice, affirms your being, then I invite you back into faith and spirit practice. You don't got to step into a church. It's not, if you've had bad church experiences, I understand it. I welcome you here for a moment of praise, prayer, and worship to affirm the God in you as you operate in and through you. So, I'm Jeffrey Shaw, also known as the Inspired Beast. Thank you, Restoration Station DC, for joining me here for Welcome Church. We're going to get a little shout John our way on out today as I step forward and out into this week. And I just speak blessings and life and joy upon you and yours.
Because John was dancing all around the church. The people ran, sat him down, he jumped back up. They tried to hold his legs, his hands were broken. When they turned their hands loose, the people go back. It's just like fire. It's just like They did everything they could to stop John from shouting.
Church don't know things about that old shout John stuff.
They made him in the night.
And fire, shout out.
But something is wrong with him. Doesn't he know?
Some of y'all understand this story. Come on, church folk.
They're going to church. Well, when they got out there, they found this old 86-year-old man. Him and an old PW. In the pit.
Thank you for joining me again here for today's Welcome Church. Be a Welcome Church. We praise, we pray, we worship, and we thank you. Putting a praise on our life, confirming that no matter what's happening in the world, our life is worth putting a praise on it. I'm Kevin Shawnee, Inspire Music again. Thank you for joining me here for Welcome
Follow me, 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 yeah, follow me. I'm hoping to see the day when my people